Okay, welcome back all. I am going to hit one button to make sure we are in K. Good. Alright, and we are going to go ahead and explore the Titanic because I was asked if I would do this. And our keys are going to be WASD to walk around. Press M to return to main menu. Welcome aboard the RMS Titanic to make the ship sink the House of Wheels. We'll not be trying to sink this lovely lady today. I did have to completely download her. Now, the two ships, there's a competing ship, also the Titanic, have very different ways of operating. This ship, if you go up to a door, and I haven't downloaded her for over a month, the other ship, if a door was going to open, it would automatically open. This one, you do have to try to interact. And here we go. You can see all the beautiful detailing, all detailing on the floor. This is not museum mode, but we will have a lovely and leisurely explore. We are on Bandicam, so we have several hours actually. B deck. Okay, so let's see if anything at all was worked on. We can see the detailing in the leather chairs, and great pains were taken to make this look as she would have looked when she was sailing. And you can hear the sounds of the ship. She has not been worked on to my knowledge since August, but she does look very different from what I remember her looking like. And maybe because I have not downloaded her for quite a while. Let's take an explore of this deck. We're in no rush whatsoever. You can see small details, like you can see flickers of light coming down from above. You can see the inner lights in the signs. The wrought iron girl work in the elevator shafts. Very nice. And the light patterns on the floor. Just a lovely, lovely details here. Now, this game does have mixed reviews, but a lot of it is people that don't think there's enough room in the sea for two ships, but of course there are. And we can look out and we can see, this looks a little different. We can see that there is the railing, and it looks like there is something obscured off in the distance. So that looks interesting. Now let's see if I can try any of these doors. I believe it was E. Not as of yet. I know that the unsinkable Molly Brown was aboard this ship, but I cannot quite remember where she was. And we can try different doors. Yeah, we're taking our time. Sometimes people are rather lax at updating if they've done anything to a game, so by all means we can look around. If we get near these, you can hear them working away, which is nice because it shows you the sound ambience. And if we go here, you can see what the good life was like aboard ship. And remember, this would have been a very different time at sea. It wouldn't have been like the sea now, where you go to sea and it's almost like being on land and you're not feeling the sea pitch you all about. It would have been much more natural. It would have felt like you were at sea. And this is already different because I can tell you I do not remember being able to see out all these windows. So either this downloaded different content or this game has been worked on and the developer has just been rather mum about it, which is of course the developer's choice. Now we do have some things starting to clip through the walls, but that is okay. It's early days yet, guys, and you did have things like windows to see through other rooms to give the expansion and give as much comfort as possible. Because remember, when you're on a ship for several weeks, you don't want to go stir crazy and cabin crazy and whatnot. You didn't want to feel boxed in and uncomfortable. And you can see that even though the quarters would have still been small, because of the great number of people they would have had on board, they would have still been very luxurious depending on how much money you had to pay for your accommodations. Now, of course, as we would have got to what most of us could have afforded, they would have been rather not so. And if you're wondering why there's so much railing, as she would have been pitching and yawing and doing as she does, you would have been dancing to and fro. You know, at one time ships weren't as stable as they are now at sea, but that would have been quite alright. It would have meant nothing was wrong with the ship, it was just how things were at sea at the time. And we can see, as we come over here to the not so luxurious side of the ship, things are much more simple. And it does not mean that it's the worst side of the ship. It just means that things are a little less elegant. They're not completely plain. They're just a little less elegant. But they're still quite nice. Kind of like a nice Red Howard Johnson's compared to Ritz-Carlton, perhaps. And you can see we can walk out on deck. We can look out to sea and see she's calm today. And we can take our time and explore. Let's go down on the deck, shall we? And a little tip here, if you ever encounter something, try a jump. Hit your spacebar and try a jump. Sometimes that will let you go places. And you can try to jump up on things too. Sometimes it lets you, sometimes it doesn't. It all depends on how the game is feeling. If the game is not feeling frisky, it won't let you do it. And you can try to explore behind things and go under things and just look up. It's pretty much completely free roam. And sometimes you fit places no human being could possibly fit. Unless you were kitten sized, and sometimes you can't. And you can look up, and it's wonderful that you get to do this much exploring. Yes, it's definitely different. So we're definitely getting to do our amount of exploring. Ooh! I do believe that, yes, we can get up on these chairs now. It's definitely different. I'm glad someone asked. Ah! Yeah, see, sometimes these developers do the darndest things, and they don't tell anyone, and they should. Whoa, that's okay. It's quite alright. Sometimes you encounter something they're not quite ready to let you see. Let's see if we can try that again. Okay, where are we? Okay, we encountered something they're not quite ready to let us see. That's okay. That's okay. That's not quite ready for prime time, but that will eventually be ready for prime time. That's okay. Sometimes you hit an area in a game that it's not quite ready to be looked at, and that's okay. It doesn't mean the game's bad or buggy or anything. It just means that we walked into an area where it's not quite ready to be looked at, and that's okay. Yep, there goes my phone. Don't know those people. Now where am I? Yeah, I don't like it. I apologize, guys. I'm on the do not call list. Not that it helps. Let's go over to this side of the deck. You know, it's always like telemarketers. Uh-huh. Yeah, apparently I'm a senior citizen. That's lovely, that is. Okay, and now we are in second class, so we've come over to the second class smoking room. So here we are, second class smoking room. This is quite nice, actually. Second class was not, you know, too much different from first class. It was just a little less elegant, not by much. Not by too much. And we could, of course, go down and explore. But let's stay on this level for a tiny bit. We've got all the time in the world. Okay. Oh, it does look like we have reached the end. Well, then let's go up these steps. Come on. Come on. Jump, jump, jump. I know you can do this. Come on. I believe in you. Jump, jump, jump. Jump, jump, jump. No? Okay, I'll have him try one more time. Jump, jump, jump. No? Okay. Then he can't go that way yet. Ah! Okay. Second class library. Ah, let's go in. Okay, there are as of yet no books, but that's quite fine. The library has been built out. And we can always go around and see if we can go around via the deck to first class. Or are we going to loop back into second class? Shall we explore some more? Of course we shall. Jump. Ah. You notice the music changed ever so subtly? I do believe we're back in first. Oh yes. You notice the furnishings changed. And everything is très elegant. So, we are back in first. So let's go up to A deck, and then we can just swing the whole way down the ship. And we can see everything here. And we start off by looking up. That is absolutely magnificent. And I've had people ask me why I don't have the other ship on. I have tried having the other ship on and I was hit with a copyright infringement. And that is no joke. Luckily, the Orange Studios did not choose to hit me with a strike. Okay. And there is nothing there. There is a smoking room up here, but I'm not quite sure where I mislaid it. Perhaps it is here. Ah! Here we go. It's quite lovely in here. You can see all the details. I prefer this ship, actually. There's just something magnificent about it. I love the stained glass in here. This would have been for the gentleman, of course. Been the gentleman's smoking room. They could have played the cards and had their quiet games. And this would have been only first class passengers. Very much class system would have been in effect. You wouldn't have been going about where you willed. A very different time than we have today. Some people today wouldn't be able to wrap their head around it, but it was what it was, and it was very important at the time. Well, it would be just like being on a, think of it like being on a plane today. You pay for certain privileges, and you expect to get those privileges, and you're not about to share those privileges with the other passengers, are you? If you pay for your first class seat, you're not about to let third class or steerage passengers come up and sit in your lap and eat your food and do whatnot, are you? No, not really. So here we go. And vice versa. If you just manage to snag your third class seat, you're not about to let some guy that didn't feel like paying for a ticket come sit in your lap and say, well, I didn't feel like paying for a ticket. beautiful. It would have been a quiet conversation. Of course, remember, at the time, it would have been live music. There would have been no piped-in music. So, of course, the piano we were hearing is very accurate. And we can go out to what the ladies would have had. The ladies would have had a solarium. Now, perhaps there may have been a little light mixing. We don't know. Because after all, the solarium is very beautiful. And this is where the ladies would have had their tea and their conversation. And this is where all the scandals that were going on board would have been discussed. If you wanted any news about the ship, this is where you would have found it out. This would have been the newsroom of the ship. You would have known everything about everyone if you would have known who to talk to on here. Not just idle gossip, you would have known everything about anyone. And this would have been the place to be with the first class ladies. And it would have been a very good place to be with the ladies, and if you would have been of good manners and good breeding, and been able to get in here, you would have had quite the good time, and you could have been here for hours on end, as long as the social circle was out here. And it would have been a thing where if you would have not had the manners, if you would have been uncouth, you would have just simply been kicked out by the other passengers, and you would have not been welcomed back into the club. It would not have been like today where anything goes. But that is one of my favorite areas of the ship, and of course, I'm very much in love with the Skylight. She's a beautiful ship. And she's very elegant. And we can go down to the a la carte restaurant. And you can see the dishes would have been unique to the Titanic. And you can see that they would have had wide spaces and lovely accommodations, and they would have had areas that if you would have wanted more privacy and accommodations away from other passengers, they would have accommodated that. And they would have also had areas where if you would have liked to eat a little closer to the other passengers, and you can see they would have had areas where servers and the like could have been. So very nicely done in here. And the separate areas. And of course, you can see out. Because it would have been kept as spacious as possible. And we could of course go back the way we came. Let's go down a floor. And here we go. Well, it does look like she got some work since the previous download. And let's see what we have here. We are now on C deck. We can hear the heaters when we get close to them. And this will be taking us over to the other, it appears, to the other side. So let's see what happens when we go this way. Ah! We have the mysterious, it looks like, presentation room. So they would have had this. But it also looks like what it had been a meeting room as well. It's not labeled, strangely enough. So let's have a good... Okay. Look down this way. Ah. Zip is coming back? Very good. And we are on our way to... Oh, very nicely done. And here we are, the other part of C deck. And here we are. This is where, if you so wished, you could begin the process of sinking this beautiful girl, but we are not going to sink her, not today. And I do believe we shall go down, but you can see the girl work. So let's go down. And we shall end here. No, we shall not, of course, end here, because there is more to explore. This would be yet another dining area, and this is where you can put the piano if you should so wish. And this is also where you can explore this yet another dining area and their tapestries. And she was very well appointed to give people as much variety and luxury as possible, and with as many conveniences such as the elevators as possible. And of course the stairs for those who wish to get healthy exercise. And as we go down, we come the famous Scotland Road. Ah, good. Scotland Road is indeed open to us. Okay, now let's see. If there's anything along Scotland Road for us. Ah. Yes? No? No? Perhaps I went the wrong way. Oh, this is familiar if you've seen The Escape. And it looks like there have been new things added. This is quite a bit more massive. Stairs to the squash course. Oh, okay. Okay. Now, which one is the squash course? I do seem to have ended up in steerage. Oh dear. I found a new area of the ship, boys and girls. Welcome to steerage. I do seem to have bypassed the squash court. Well, welcome to steerage aboard the Titanic. Well, there we go. Bound for Europe. Will you open any of these? Nope. Okay. I did indeed bypass the squash court. My apologies. The post office. Okay. Okay, there it is. There is our post office. Early days yet. And we jump in. We are on the right side of the post office. So we found the post office. There we go. That is the post office. If we go down, that is what the packages are for. It's the post office. Here we go. We found the post office, eh? This one. We took a wrong turn, and we found the post office. Oh dear, now where are we? Okay. That was most definitely not the squash court. Press E to play squash. Oh! I lost my ball! Okay, here I am. Press Q to quit. Okay, press E. Oh, it only lets you play once? Okay. Where'd our ball go? Press Q to quit. Okay. So that was squash. And up we go. Jump. And no, we can't go up that way, that's closed. Okay, so let's go this way. We're still in Scotland. Oh, don't go through those unless you want to instantly teleport back to the main area. It will just instantly end your run. That's what we'll do. And this will allow you to explore Scotland Road to your heart's content. So, there we go. There we have it. That's going to take us to a dead end. Okay. Right then. It's also closed off for the time being. Oh, it looks like it's the effect of the water on the floor. And you can almost hear ocean waves. First class cabins. E-deck. And you can hear music. And there we are. We saw Scotland Road. Okay, guys. And there is, of course, one little more area to see. The Turkish baths. And, it looks like they have opened this area. Little area here. You can see all the details here. They would have had these stalls. Would have had the baths. In here as well. Okay, so if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like the game, I would normally give you a link over, but the game as of yet is still not on sale. Swimming pool, good. Here is the swimming pool. I love this swimming pool. As of yet, we cannot, of course, go back down into it, I guess for our own safety. But there's a swimming pool. And it would be quite fun if that was filled with water and we could splash about. And here are the showers. You can go in and look up, of course. Quite beautiful, luxurious ship. And it looks quite beautiful down here. So if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to explore the ship again, I'd be more happy to do so. Just drop me a line, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.